Madison's downtown office space could significantly change under a new proposal. The state government is looking to consolidate into fewer spaces before ultimately selling some iconic buildings.
Political reporter Will Keneally has more on that and what this means for those state workers.
This building right here, 1 West Wilson, is home to the Department of Health Services and is one of the buildings that the state government wants to sell.
And Department of Administration Secretary Kathy Blumenfeld says it's in an effort to make these state office spaces more efficient.
So if we do keep these buildings, we're gonna have to invest heavily to modernize those buildings.
She says that means $500 million in maintenance costs to the state. Money the state would not have to spend if it consolidates workers into other facilities. But those state workers wouldn't have to travel far. Those Department of Health Services employees would likely end up in the same building that the Department of Workforce Development is in. The consolidation plan is already in the works, but to actually sell the buildings, the state would need the sign-off of the Building Commission.
I think it's an interesting proposal.
Senator Andre Jacques sits on the State Building Commission, which oversees the buying and selling of major state properties. He says he wants to confer with fellow Republicans on it, but says that he is open to the possibility.
The governor has proposed any number of very expensive Band-Aids, both now and previously, for those facilities, just to keep them operating in kind of a substandard way, even though they're past their useful lives.
Blumenfeld says the change would ultimately reduce state government's geographic footprint in downtown Madison by close to 30%.
So we can surplus the Department of Health Services, which is a beautiful historical building and right next to the Monona Terrace. So I think there's amazing development that can happen there.
DOA says about 3,800 employees could be affected by the change. Reporting from Madison, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
The plan would also increase state government's footprint around the state, expanding work from home by 5% by 2030.